And then fear, something you talk a lot about. I guess to achieve a lot of things, you got to go into that fear. And fear is the thing that stops most people. And once people go into it, which is probably rare, they realize there's actually nothing there. It was these phantoms that make us play these tiny, make us live these quiet lives of desperation. And yet, it's like a cage that's unlocked, and you can walk out whenever you want, but you stay inside of it because of these fears.
I've got a guy that works for me called Khaled. If he listens to this, he'll know exactly what happens. So Khaled, for the last 3 months, I've been teaching to get referrals. He hasn't got one referral for 3 months. I've taught him every way possible to get introductions and referrals in his business. He sells medical insurance. And yesterday we had literally had like the final kind of like, it's going to go like this. We're either going to give up on this, okay, or you can do it. And I know that he's uncomfortable. He's so amiable. He wouldn't say boo to a goose. He's the kindest, sweetest guy on the planet. He's nice to everybody. I'm like, it has to change. Anyway, I got a 3-minute voice note last night from him. And the 3 minutes of the voice note, 2 minutes and 45 seconds were essentially taking me down a path to think he wasn't getting referrals. In the last 15 seconds, he said, oh, by the way, the guy gave me an introduction. But what had happened is, he eventually submitted. And when he submitted and he gave me one willingness, and that was to try. Whereas all the other times he hadn't tried. So he told me about what happened in the meeting, went through the process, and then in the end he got this referral. And I saw him this morning. And I gave him this big hug, and I'm like, you're amazing, how cool is that? I said, you now can't unlearn that. You now know how to get a referral. No matter what happens, you can get a referral. So do you think you could get 2? That's not 100% more, because it's like a marathon runner. Marathon running isn't the 26 miles on the marathon. It's the months and months of hard work that goes into it before. So for him, it's like, now you've unlocked it. You've learned to ride a bike. You can't unlearn it. You now can jump in the pool. You won't sink. You know how to swim. You can't unlearn swimming. And so we've got him to this point. And now we've got him to this point, he's stepped over this fear that he has of asking somebody and somebody saying no. Our problem is, you'll remember this, when we were kids, when we were 18 years old and we went to a nightclub, how did we date women? How did we find a chick?
I don't know, get super drunk and maybe find a way to talk to somebody.
You'd walk around the nightclub,
yeah.
Okay, and at the end of the night, when I was young, at the end of the night they played the slow songs. Okay, they called it the erection section in the nightclub, if you can remember. Okay, the DJ would come on, hey ladies and guys, and so you'd go and try and find a girl to dance with. And the first girl would be like, no. The second one might be, no. Eventually one of them would go, yeah, okay, we can have a dance. You'd face this rejection. So rejection wasn't so painful back then, because you'd face this on Friday nights or Saturday nights, just trying to meet people. We don't do that anymore. We don't have that kind of callousing, as David Coggins says, that callousing of our mind around that. So we're so fearful of someone saying no. But I say, if someone's going to say no, so what? How naive would you be to think that everyone would say yes? And so I really believe that, if the law said for you to get a yes, you must get 5 no's first, and it's impossible to get a yes without 5 no's, okay? So you please go and get the no so you can get the yes. Everyone would walk off, go, no, okay, no, okay, 5 of those, okay, can I have my yes? Because they would know that's the formula. And I think that's where we have to get people to understand, there's nothing wrong in someone saying no. And if you're stupid enough to think that everyone's going to say yes, then you need to have another look in the mirror, because not everyone's going to say yes. And so fear, to me, all these acronyms that are used, false evidence appearing real, or F everything and run, and all that kind of stuff, you've seen them all like I have. It's like we're scared of what? I do something every morning in the mirror, okay? So this is my process. I have a shower, I go to the gym, I come back from the gym, I have another shower, and then I have a shave, okay? And I stand there while I'm having a shave, and I look into my pupils, like deep into my pupils. Hey,
I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith, because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.
I have my morning chat with myself and I say, what's it going to be like today then? What are we going to do? What excuses are you going to give me today? What nonsense are you going to come out with? Or are we going to have a good day? Are we going to execute? Are we going to get this done? And that conversation lasts about 2 minutes of me having a conversation. Don't let yourself down, Spence. And that, people think it's madness. But for me, I then get in the car and I go off to work and I'm like, you've got this. And so when then someone wants to test me, I think I lean into that. I get excited by reaching that level of maybe that fear of the unknown because I want to know because when you know what's the other side of it, it's quite easy to enjoy it rather than a lot of people that are like, holy mother of God, what am I doing right now?
I like that conversation with yourself because that's what it's all about. The biggest opponent or enemy we all have is ourselves, period.
Yeah.
And if you can push through that or have those conversations every day, you might not win every single one. The other self might come in and screw up your big plans of the day.
I mean, it's like, you've had Coggins, haven't you?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a dream for me. He's just like the biggest mirror you could ever have in your face. It's like, and your excuse is what again?
Yeah.
It's like the way that he deals with his situation. And Maria Conceição is just like Coggins, but she's quiet. She's not loud, but same thing. Maria in the gym, she's 5'4". She trains with me. She's a tiny demure lady. She carries the same weights as me.
Okay.
She carries the same medicine ball as me. Okay. And she wants to compete with me on the sled. And she's this little tiny lady because she's like, you can't break me. I'm unbreakable. Like Coggins, you can't break me. You've got that. And that's why people like that will always go on because it's almost like the pain is almost by accident the pleasure.
Yeah, it's great to have people like Goggins in our lives and Peñas in our lives to remind us that we could go
You've
further
had him, I know. Coggins wouldn't come on my show. He didn't respond to me.
He's, I don't think he does much at all now, any media. And, we got him at a special moment. He was in London, but he's really introverted. And so he came in with, I think, his wife at the time, or soon-to-be wife. And, not a lot of small talk. Luckily, I had a pull-up bar in the pack, and I knew he had won the world record for the most pull-ups in 24 hours. So he started doing pull-ups, and we got chatting. But, he doesn't actually like doing media.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually like talking, I don't think, about his stuff. He doesn't like motivating people because he's usually just so angry that they're not actually doing it.
Well, have you listened to the audio version of his book, Can't Hurt Me?
Yeah, both of his books.
So the guy narrates it and then brings Coggins in. It's like a podcast that brings Coggins in.
And he just
I
riffs.
love it. It's like really good.
Yeah, I love Goggins. It's so perfect. And it was funny. At one point, we were talking in the show, and he says, we're sitting here, Brian, with our fancy water, talking about all this stuff. But, when I'm out there on the run or you're out there, that's when it's really hard. And I just laugh out loud because only David would say that our water was fancy, because for David Goggins, when he's running through the desert for 300 miles, water is fancy, And so it was great. It was great talking to him and having that connection. But yeah, those people are just gold, gold. And because of the beauty of digital media, we can get those people in our hearts and souls. And that's the upside of that, So, Spencer, how can people learn more about your documentaries, maybe learn how they can get involved in some of this charity work, podcast, all that good stuff? How do they find more about you?
It's really easy. I mean, my name sounds like an old people's home, so it's really easy to remember. Spencer Lodge. No, there is a Spencer Lodge in New Zealand, okay, which is a hotel, but it's not that one. Everything else is me. So you'll find me on all my socials. It's a very easy name to search. SpencerLodge.tv is my website. If you've got any questions or you want to learn any more, please reach out. Just ask me. I respond to everything myself, and I'll answer any questions I'll help, or I'll guide people. And if people want to meet Maria, I'd gladly do that, or Hannah Baddy, or Lena, the other people that are in the documentary, and learn about their journeys, then we'd be very happy to tell them.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for reaching out to me and then putting up with the months where I didn't get back to you.
That was a year.
A year. See, folks? I mean, I really
year.
am a jerk. A year.
A year.
It took me to say yes to your podcast.
Yeah.
So if there's any podcasters out there that I'm ignoring, you know, it'll be at least a year. And that's for Spencer, so it might take you more years. But thank you for pursuing me, and thank you for having me on your show. And I really enjoyed it. And thank you for letting me get to know you. You know, and again, it's one more bonus I get from doing this show is that I get to attract people like you in my life. And so thank you. Thank you for the lessons today. And thank you for the deep stuff you talked as well about mental health, and that's really helped me a lot. And man, just I'm so glad and excited to be in this city with you. I'm going to probably be here 6 months a year because I love it here, and I want to spend a lot more time here and a lot more time with you. So thank you, really appreciate you.
Thank you so much, and the pleasure really is all mine. I promise you that.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you, and I just want to say thank you to Web3 TV. We will see you next time. Take care.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside I view is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the Investment Club.